This movie tells a story about a woman of devout faith named Cecilia, who is warmly welcomed to the picture-perfect Italian countryside where she's offered a new role at an illustrious convent. It becomes clear to Cecilia that her new home harbors dark and horrifying secrets. First of all, Sydney Sweeney really shines in this movie. She flexes her horror muscles, which is an exciting turn that hopefully continues. She uses her expressive eyes and evocative features effectively. There's a reason that the film trails her so closely, as she's the single most compelling presence on screen at any given time. Unfortunately, the movie as a whole is bad. Her performance cannot shoulder the film's mediocre story and characters. The movie pulls references from classic Italian horror movies, and it's clearly inspired by Mario Bava, Dario Argento, and Lucio Fulci films. It also has many similarities to the Nun films. Unfortunately, the movie is not so much the sum of these many references as it's a rather Frankenstein end product, stitched together with little grace or acumen. The movie displays an inability to control narrative advancement, taking more of a clip show approach to unsettling symbolism. The storytelling becomes haphazard, ambiguous, and tangled. The plot kicks in when Cecilia discovers she's pregnant. However, the movie doesn't really provide a lot of satisfactory answers. It's clear what happened to Cecilia, but whens and hows are deemed unnecessary, introducing plot points that vanish since the film gets easily distracted by what it believes to be terrifying scares. The movie zips through its 90-minute runtime, rushing through the pregnancy trimesters to get to its finale. The movie really lacks the connective tissue between each major plot point. It ultimately feels surface level, considering how it approaches its horror. The movie relies on jump scares to jolt audiences out of its slumber-inducing plot. It's also full of familiar tropes, as it's fairly easy to stay a step ahead of the events, as well as the jump scares that come frequently and without tension or impact. The movie is not interested in creating mood or maintaining atmosphere. It doesn't know how to build tension and horrific suspense. The movie bafflingly abandons the horror element almost outright in the film's third act, considering that the first two acts are spent delivering cheap and predictable jump scares. The movie offers only the thinnest sketch of its central character, which becomes a problem later when the stakes of her journey should feel higher. Cecilia never comes off as a fully coherent character, as she has no identity before her arrival, and the script seems uninterested in the details of her accident in the past. Ultimately, the movie feels like a story with a beginning and end, but what happens in between is less important. Characters and major events seem to vanish from importance. The movie doesn't earn its final twist as well. Overall, it's not worth to watch this in theaters. However, to support Sydney Sweeney, we recommend to watch this on your streaming service.